When you're feeling demotivated, the best thing you can do to break the cycle is to do one simple task, as it will change your emotional state.
This is the Ellie
And Lee
Show.
Okay, so if you've watched our previous videos, you know that we've been covering Master Your Emotions, and that's something I suggested to Ellie.
Because I have hard time controlling my emotions, I would say.
So far you think it's been good for you?
It's really helpful.
Yeah. So in the same light, I found out that Master Your Emotions is actually a series, and then there's actually something that I struggle with, which is motivation. So today we're going to be talking about the book Master Your Motivation.
Oh, so is it the same author?
Yeah, it's the same author, and she made a series of books.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
So what's your first impression on this book?
I think it's interesting. Obviously, if it's the same layout as Master Your Emotions, then I think I'll learn about motivation more, and then by the end of it, I'll get some tips that can, help me and hopefully help the viewers if you guys also struggle with motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's get into it. So the first thing that was said was that when you're feeling demotivated, the best thing you can do to break the cycle is to do one simple task, as it will change your emotional state. Because I think the thing is, often when you're feeling demotivated, things that you need to get done or you think that you need to get done, they seem so big and, oh, I don't have the time, or I'll do it later. It's really difficult. But if you do something very small, then you are successful at something.
Oh, so gaining some feeling that you accomplished something.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
feel good about yourself.
Yeah, so it'll change your emotional state, and then, it'll help you get the next thing done and so on. And then also, like, times of motivation tend to fluctuate, the same with emotions and things like that. So it's understandable if you're in that situation where you're not feeling motivated. Just don't beat yourself up about it. It's better to look at how to reduce the time between feeling motivated and unmotivated. So, like, I think even the people that you would see that seem to be always doing things and they seem always motivated, even in their life there's times when they feel unmotivated. I think the thing is with them, they've already figured out the steps that they need to take to get back into that feeling of motivation.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I remember I read from the book The Tools of Titan.
Yeah.
It was kind of in the same context. So the Titan, it's not that they have productive day every day. It's just that they have more productive day than unproductive days.
Yeah.
So I think same logic applies for here. So everyone, even you think some people are born with motivation, it might not be true. It's just that they are usually more motivated than unmotivated.
Yeah. So I think, like, the goal would be to maximize the period when you're feeling motivated and minimize the period when you're feeling unmotivated. So it's like figuring out things, very small things you can do to get you back into, feeling like you want to do stuff. And then also when you're feeling motivated, it's about managing it and not, going too crazy that you get burnt out and then you stop doing what you need to do. Like,
So from the book, do they talk about how to reduce?
So I haven't gotten that far. This is just giving the
introduction.
So the next thing is that we build our momentum through action and not through thinking. So learn to act on what you want and not get caught up in thinking about things that make you anxious. So I think this does affect quite a few people, and even now it affects me, because obviously there'll be a period of time where I need to look for a new job, and the closer that time gets, the more anxious I get. Like, I worry, like, what should I be learning? Is what I'm learning good enough? And that sort of thing. So it pushes me into a negative space. But yeah, I think the best option you can do is just set a goal and then just work towards it. You can always think about those things later, because it's better to get stuff done than not to get anything done.
Yeah.
If you're enjoying this video so far,
please like and subscribe. I do it sometimes, but I know I shouldn't be anxious about my future. But on the other hand, I was thinking, oh, should I actually need to do something else for now? I mean, like, even I know that I shouldn't be anxious, I feel like it's not good enough for now. So it's hard because if I be generous to myself like that, maybe later I might regret, oh, I should get more things done or whatever. So in my case, what I found out would work for me is that, I keep planner every day, right? So for the next day, it's better to do the day before. So next day, I think about what I need to do and then write it down for to-dos. And then I set a goal, like really small goal, such as, let's say my list of to-do is maybe doing morning routine and just some programming and workout and blah, blah, blah. But I set one criteria for each day. Can be new. So for example, okay, for tomorrow, what I really want to keep is not to be anxious. Like it doesn't need to be to do related things, just the thing that you want to work on.
Like a goal for the day.
Yeah, I wanted to work on my emotions, so not to be nervous, not to be anxious. Or it can be something like just move more than 1 hour. And if I don't really achieve all the list of to-dos, if I achieve the 1 day goal, I would say, then I circle on the plans.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. I think if you guys have a planner, let us know what's your tips for planning things out. We'd like to know and, give it a try. Write down in the comments below. Okay, so the next thing is that accepting the state you're in now and wanting to improve it shows that you care for yourself and want the best for you.
Yeah.
Again, it's like beating yourself up about it. Is that when you feel like you're not in the right position, you can take it as a negative thing. But what the author here is saying is that, it's showing that you actually want yourself to be in a better place. You want yourself to do well.
If you don't really care about yourself, you wouldn't really struggle with motivation because you wouldn't think about it in the first place.
Yeah. So I think it's good to remember that when you have those feelings, it's actually you yourself wanting to be better. It's not that you are. It's not that maybe you're not good enough or whatever the case may be. Because if you think like that, then, that doesn't help your motivation. But if you realize that I actually want to do better, then you can try and improve. Another thing that the author said is that try not to put yourself down and be more compassionate towards yourself, as it's the more effective motivator. Because I think the two statements kind of work together quite well, because if you try and get away from the negative thoughts of whatever's causing you anxiety and you look at it more like, okay, yes, I'm in this situation right now, but I can improve, or I care about myself enough to want to improve, so let me try and get things going.
Yeah, that's a good way to think.
And then after that, it's about understand that your negative emotions are a signal that changes can be made. So like the examples that she gave is maybe taking the time to figure out what you really want in life, or decluttering your physical environment, like making sure your workspace or your home space is clean, and then taking better care of yourself and resting. So all those kinds of things can help improve your situation. And when your environment and your situation is better, like when you can reduce your anxiety, or when you can be in a place that's where you feel good to work, then that also helps you get motivated to get things done.
Yeah, I can't agree anymore because like the negative emotion is only the signal that you need to change something.
Yeah.
So like for example, when you think about in physical way, so like today I got bitten by rabbit. And it's kind of hurtful. Yeah. But like when you think about in this situation, you don't really focus on the pain, like each seconds, right?
Okay.
So you get bitten by that and then there is pain, but you don't focus on it for like hours and be sad about it, right? Like same things applies for our emotions. So something occurred, your emotion, pain, but it's wrong to just focus on that pain and being sad for like hours. Because the role of negative emotion isn't to focus on it and be sad about it. It's just the trigger that you can make any change in your life or take action for that cause.
That's a good way of putting it, that your negative emotions or some can put action towards. So a question to you, when you're trying to get motivated, what are some of the things that help you? So is it maybe cleaning up your room, or is it taking a break, going out for a cup of coffee? Let us know down in the comments below. Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps us out.
Thanks for watching.
See you.